Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish Kristyn. Before we start, if you hear a loud noise, it is the cat. I used a giant cat ring apparatus toy to try and shield the sun from coming onto my table, and now he's decided he wants to play in it. So, cats are fun. So, what are we doing today, friends? What are we doing today besides going gray? I am going to unbox and kit up this Diamond Art Studio UK kit. This is one of their Chart to Art kits. And if you have no idea what that is, that's okay, because you're going to see what all is in the box and what it entails. Basically, Diamond Art Studio UK probably realized, like, a lot of people want to try these cross-stitch conversion things, but a lot of people say they don't know where to start, or they're worried that they might not like it. And, you know, I don't know where to get this, I don't know where to get this. And so they basically made it into a kit. So there's no sourcing materials, and I feel like this is a great intro to cross-stitch conversions, because if you've never done one and you're not sure if you're going to like it, this is a great option. So which one did I get? I got nothing on the box, hang on. I got the Ghosts Doing Stuff by Teeny Weeny Cross Stitch. So this is a square drill kit, because when you're using a blank canvas, if you use rounds, you would see the white behind it. And so the whole thing is, they give you the charts, and there's a grid of, I believe, 20 different images, and you get to pick where on the canvas you put the different charts. So anyways, let's open this up. I have already opened this multiple times to look at it and to see how many drill colors, etc., etc. So yours will probably come packed nicer than what I'm showing you. So let's move that. Beautiful box, by the way. And it was, wrapped in paper and the ribbon, but yeah. Again, I've already opened it multiple times. So let's just open up the canvas. And I will say now that I will not be giving away any spoilers. I won't be showing the pattern, like, one of the little, what do you call it? The cross stitch pattern. I will show you just a little tiny section so you can see what it looks like, but I will not be showing any photos or any full size square patterns. Okay. So no spoilers. Obviously the drill colors, they're pretty generic drill colors, so I don't think you're going to look at them and go, oh my gosh, I know exactly what that ghost is going to be doing in all the squares. No. So as you can see, it is the usual Diamond Art Studio UK quality canvas. It's got the soft backing, it's got the pokes, it's got the scallops, it's a thinner, I would say, cover sheet. I probably will have to cover each square with release paper because cats, like I said. It's got their little Facebook info, Instagram, website, cross stitch, copyright of Teeny Weeny Cross Stitch, and Diamond Art Studio UK. I like that they put the artist's little logo branding on there. Nice touch. And here is a schematic. It just has a purple square with the name of the chart, and then it shows the colors and the symbols, and there are only 26 symbols, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are, I believe they're the glimmer, shimmer, fairy dust style drills, not drims, drills, which I love. So you can see there is one symbol around here, and that is just for the grid. So again, I do like the fact that you get to choose where you put them, where you put, we could do like number 1 here, number 2 here, number 3 here. However you want to do it, you could go in order, you could space them all out. I think I will just kind of draw a envelope but I did put it on Pattern Keeper, and I'll show you that as well. So here is the canvas. And I like that it's not super, 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 super big, because if you've ever looked at cross-stitch patterns to try to turn into a diamond painting and you figure out the size, who doggies, it can be a lot. So here are our drills. Not a ton, and I will show them more. Better offer. Words are going to be hard today when I kit this up. So we're just going to put that right there. Okay, I see, because I've opened this 20 million times, I shoved the sticker sheet down in the back. So there are stickers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I could make them myself, but I'm lazy and I don't want to. So you can put this in your logbook. You also, if you really want a picture of what it looks like, you could in theory wait and put a finished photo of your canvas in your logbook as well. So this is 40 by 45 centimeter size canvas. So that is a very manageable size. There are lots of extra stickers. I will cut off the first number over here just because, it's a little big and they just confuse me. I like that the symbols are all clear, and they are black and white because when you're doing a cross stitch pattern, a lot of times they are just black and white. And on Pattern Keeper, I don't think you can upload a color pattern in there. I could be wrong, but that's why they're black and white. And it kind of adds to the mystery too, because it's supposed to be a surprise as to what is, coming out. So this is not a sticker sheet. I was trying to pull them off and it's not, but this is just a little thing you could keep with you as well. So you could have another little legend. And it does say in here that each envelope contains a chart. Your canvas has doors, which is your little squares, outlined with the pre-printed symbols. Select any door on the canvas and fill it in by using the pattern on the chart. Each chart is the same size and will fit in any of the doors. So I like that. And it does say, we kindly ask that you do not share any photos of your progress on social media unless there is a clear spoiler warning on the post. So you can see they all come in their own little envelopes. So I'm going to open day number 1. I'm not going to show you the whole pattern. I'm not going to be breaking the rules, but you can see how if you wanted to use the square pattern, the paper pattern, let's say, that is what it would look like. And it's sideways, so it's extra, disguisable as well. So that is what it would look like. And I have seen different videos with people working on this with the paper, and for me, it would be way too confusing. I'm just going to say it. That's why I'm going to do Pattern Keeper, because I can't keep very good track of where I am. I feel like maybe I would only be able to do a few rows in a square at a time, versus if you're doing Pattern Keeper, you probably could do a whole square. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it'd be easier to work it up in a smaller section. I don't know, because I have never done this particular thing. So let me grab my tablet and show you a section with Pattern Keeper. All right, so I did forget. I think it was in the email when I ordered this, what I was supposed to do to get the downloadable files. Of course I forgot, but luckily, if you go to the Diamond Art Studio website, there is a tab on the menu, and I think it says something like downloadable patterns. And so you provide your email address and you provide your order number, and it will let you download the PDFs. I was a little kind of annoyed because it downloaded them they're all individual, because I was like, oh, that seems silly. But it actually makes sense the more I thought about it, because not everybody's going to want to do them in the same order. And if they're individual, then you could literally just pick any of them and be like, ooh, which one am I going to do? And push the button and boom, then that's the one you're doing. If they were all in one pattern, it would be a little bit trickier. And I don't know if it would spoil the surprise or not, but this way makes sense. Whoa. Okay. So according to Pattern Keeper, it does appear that the pattern is 35 squares across and 30 down. Okay, here is don't be rotating on me. This is a zoomed in section of one of the days, right? And the Pattern Keeper goes in a square of 10. So a 10 by 10 square. So it would be 3.5 squares this way, and then 3 squares down. You could, in theory, do a whole square at once, but if you're worried it might be confusing, then it might be better to do, you know, a few squares at a time until you get a feel for the whole process. I personally have done cross-stitch conversion patterns, and so I probably would try to do a full pattern, you know, all in one sitting, one screen, if you will. But if it got confusing, I would definitely shrink that section down to make it more manageable. Because at the end of the day, you want it to be fun and you want to enjoy yourself. You don't want to make it frustrating and, you know, and you don't want to give up on it. So anyways, that is what that looks like. So I am going to cut these open and static guard them. And then we will put them into little containers. I have a whole bunch of Elizabeth Wards right next to me, so that is what I will be using. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. To take a line from the TV show Friends, we are going to pivot. Clearly, me thinking I could static guard everything and not spill it all over. Don't know why I thought that would work, but it's not working. Oh, I don't even have a tray. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Tray. And I probably should put the sticker. Oh my gosh. I am a mess. I am a mess. I am a mess. Good thing I have so many Elizabeth Wards. So. Oh goodness. It has been one of those days actually. So yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. There's that. And stickers, cut off the first number. And I think I am going to put it right like this. I do like to use my Elizabeth Wards standing up in my little tower, but I think I will probably keep them in a tray like this. So that won't really work. Okay, this one is open. And there's actually two number twos. Okay, it's been a while since I've done a kit with trains like this. I feel like I'm relearning how to kit things up. Oh my gosh. Okay, can you move please, Trey? Thank you. Okay, there's that. So, before I forget, I hope everybody is doing awesome, well, and amazing. Yes, I do. Hope everybody is doing something fun and not doing something, you know, stressful and sad. Because, I mean, I know it's part of life, but like, do we want to do those things? No. All right. I think maybe these can go in a bigger Elizabeth Ward. I am absolutely awful at predicting how big of a container, oops, I always forget the lids come off, of how big of a container I need. So chances are I will screw up, and that's okay. I keep forgetting to empty Munchy Puddin' Trashy Catty. Friend is full. He is full of plastic right now. So we will rectify that very, very soon. Okay, there's that. So I will just directly put them in there. I think a lot of these I will not need super big containers for. All right, let's make this a little bit more manageable. Yeah, so like all those can have a little container. I'm always shocked at how many actual containers I own. Because, you know, you can't find them. You're like, I'll just buy more. I'll just buy more. Then you have more than you'll ever need. Yeah. So this pattern, the ghost doing stuff, is by the same artist that Diamond Art Studio UK just teased on their Facebook group. If you're not on their Facebook group, I would recommend it. And they are going to come out with a temperature chart. And if you're not sure what a temperature chart is, that is where you have like a diamond painting or a cross stitch, or some people even make like temperature chart, like crochet blankets. Basically, it's where you kind of track the daily temperatures and then you turn it into a craft project. So I will put a, don't do that. I will put a photo up of the picture that they shared. And it's by the same artist, the Teeny Weeny Cross Stitch. And it's actually a pattern that I have seen people do before with diamond paintings. It's a black background and it's basically 12 shelves. And on the 12 shelves, they have as many bottles as there are days of the month. So each shelf is a different month. And you are encouraged to track your daily temperatures. And I've seen a lot of different ways of doing it. There's no, one size fits all. I think some people will track the high and the low temperature of the day for, let's say your zip code. Some people will only do, just one temperature. I think it's personal preference. And Diamond Art Studio UK did say that they were going to have, some helpful information about how to do it. But basically, their diamond painting that they're releasing, it's the whole, what do you call it? The canvas is basically set up for you to do the temperature chart, but it has, kind of like how this chart to art had the, the outlines with symbols. Same thing, except for the only thing that doesn't have, the set symbols are the bottles. And you do the bottles that are on the chart based on your temperatures. And here's the thing. I like the idea. I think it's great and I love seeing other people do those things. But we all know ourselves. And I know that I would give up. I love challenging things, but for some reason, when it comes to something that involves daily something or keeping track of something for a year, I am garbage at it. That's why I don't set goals, because I know I will self-sabotage myself. So I've seen the temperature charts. I like the idea. I know for me personally, a temperature chart would not get completed. But I think, okay, let's say somebody wants to do it, but you don't like the colors that they're providing. Or maybe what do you call it? Where did my Q-tip go? Where is it? Where's my Q-tip? Who stole my Q-tip? Why do I feel like I'm taking crazy pills? Where? It's right there. I found it. I found it, everyone. Crisis averted. You could widen the range of the temperature, right? You could, make it a bigger range. You could make it a smaller range. You could order your own drills if you don't like the colors that are coming in the Diamond Art Studio UK kit. Maybe you want it to be moodier, so you want to use, grays and purples only or something. You could do that. You could customize it as much as you want it to. And that kind of got me thinking, because I went to Etsy, okay, because I wanted to see the shops, their, what do you call it? The cross stitch pattern version of it. And they were showing some photos. People were posting pictures, you know, like, oh, here's my progress. And it kind of made me think, what if I don't make a mess of my drills? Okay. You know, what if you took, let's say you got the diamond painting, but you're like, I just don't want to do a temperature chart. You could use it to track other things. Some people will have a yearly habit tracker, right? You know, I'm going to read a book for 20 minutes every day. I'm going to have X amount of personal development time. I'm going to get my steps in. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to whatever. Maybe I want to get my crafty time in every day. You could use that diamond painting and color in the bottles for, you know, the days, let's say, that you craft. And if you didn't get crafty time in on, you know, January 15th, well, then maybe you have a special color for didn't get to do it. Or, you know, I mean, you could do, I read, you know, let's say I'm going to track how many books I read this year. So maybe your goal is 365 or whatever it might be. You could color in a bottle for every book that you read. Or you could track how many diamond paintings you've finished since you started diamond painting. Or maybe coloring pages finished. You know, you could really, I think outside of the box and make the canvas something you want. 994. Okay, now we're not in numbers. Now I gotta actually pay attention to this. I was thinking, you know, I love the pattern. I think it's super creative. What if you just decided that you wanted to buy it and you're gonna use up some of your spare drills? And so you're just gonna spare drill, color in all the bottles, maybe colors that speak to you, or even, you know, maybe every row, because every row is a different month. What if you know, have like a color theme? So maybe January, you know, maybe it's cold and snowy, so maybe you're gonna do blues and whites. Maybe February, you want to do like Valentine's Day colors and do reds and pinks and whites and purples and stuff. You know, I mean, you could make it anything you want to make it. Okay. I'm trying really hard not to spill these all over. I like the idea. I mean, I like all the ideas, honestly, but realistically for me and my attention span and, you know, whatnot, I like the idea of choosing a color palette for the month. And then maybe once a month at the end of the month, fill it in. And then at the end of the year, or maybe, I mean, dude, maybe you want to do it all at once. Then you have this cool piece of wall decor if you want to hang it up. Maybe you don't want to hang it up. Maybe you're just doing it for the process. That works too. I mean, I know most of us can't hang up every single diamond painting we do. I was worried that one wouldn't fit. Dang it. Dang, dang, dang. And of course I don't have a lot of this middle size, because why would I? So, I would love to know, have you ever thought about doing a temperature chart? Have you done one? Diamond painting or other crafty endeavor? I have seen some other companies with the temperature chart, but I will say I do find this particular one with the bottles and stuff the most appealing to me personally. Okay, that was $5.97. Okay, please don't have anything else have that many. Oh, I think 16 will. Well, 16 is going to have to go in some smaller containers, or maybe a big one. I don't know. And if you do see the temperature chart, and you do, I think they were mentioning maybe pre-orders. I don't remember. Don't quote me. You can use my Diamond Art Studio UK code, CRAFTYISH10, and save yourself 10% off. I think it works with pre-orders. Not sure. And then any little affiliate points that I earn will just go back into the channel. And when I have enough for a full-size canvas, then I want to do a giveaway and basically give away the canvas. So, okay, there is that. That is 666. I will say I do like being able to put my stickers on my containers in advance. I've gotten kind of spoiled with that. Okay, come on, grab them. Grab them. This weekend, past weekend, you know, because I can't predict the future. If I could, I would win the lottery, just saying. We were gonna sit down and play a game. We were trying to teach Sassy Lassie how to play Mexican Train with dominoes. And games are tricky in our house because both children do not like losing. And I knew I would need a Dr. Pepper for sustenance and, you know, just trying to keep calm. So I had a regular Dr. Pepper Zero, right? And I did my little hack of putting in some coconut flavored syrup to make it a creamy coconut Dr. Pepper. And I sat down and I took a little sippy sip, and it tasted really, really weird. Like really weird. And I said, you know, I'm like looking at it going, okay, is the Dr. Pepper bad? I didn't know that could happen, you know, but I mean, I know it's not old. So I'm, you know, taking another sip, you know, rolling it around in my mouth going, what is wrong with this thing? And then I sniffed it and it made sense. Perfect sense. I didn't use the coconut syrup. No. I used the peppermint mocha clear sugar-free syrup that I got for my coffee. Yeah. So I had peppermint mocha Dr. Pepper. And spoiler alert, it was not good. No, it was not good. Unfortunately, because I'm stubborn, I was like, well, I'm still drinking it. Nope. Yeah, it was painful. Absolutely painful to drink because it did not taste good at all. Every time I took a drink, I'd kind of make a grimace or a face. My husband's like, oh my God, just stop. Just go dump it out and get a new one. I was like, I can't just dump it out. That's wasting it. Yeah, I probably should have dumped it out, but I didn't. But you know what? You better believe that the next time I was trying to make myself a creamy coconut Dr. Pepper with coconut syrup, I double checked that label. Yes, I did. I certainly did. Oh my gosh. It was just, it was so gross. It was so gross. So if I ever see like a fancy Dr. Pepper flavor that looks like chocolate or mocha or peppermint, nope, I will pass. I will straight up do not pass go because bleh. Okay, that was number, oh geez. See, this is why I should keep the sticky labels out until I'm done. There we go. It's interesting trying to teach somebody to do something that you know how to do, like play a game, for example. There's things where, you know, you just know. but trying to put them into words and explain why you do a certain thing can be a little challenging. So we're trying to teach her how to play Mexican Train, and she's, saying, okay, well, but why, why this, and you don't think about why when you're playing it. You just do it. So it's like, what do you mean why? This is what you do. First game was a little rough. Not quite understanding certain things and getting mad when, other people have better moves. Definitely does not like drawing. Oh, no. So, but we played a few rounds. I'm not sure what the proper domino term is, but it went okay. Should have stopped after 3. We did the double 12s, double 11s, and then double 10s. Should have stopped because the 9s hit, and no, that was a dumpster fire. So dumpster fire. Wow. I just was like, okay, yep, nope. Time to pack it in. That's a little too much gaming for one day. Yeah. So. But you never know. You never know until you try. Well, we couldn't find our little, could you not run into me that much? My gosh. We couldn't find our little thing that, little train station thing that goes in the middle. So that was kind of annoying. Luckily, you can just draw something on paper and make one. Not the end of the world. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh, look at the static. Oh, look at the static. This would be a lot easier if they were in baggies. Baggies, please. Because they're getting everywhere. They hopped all over. Am I even in the right area? I don't even know anymore. Okay. I do like the baggies the best, I will say. Just for ease of kitting up, down, all around. Baggies are lovely. Love them. I love them for me. I love them for you. Wonder why. I think Diamond Art Studios are normally in baggies, so I wonder why these are not. Maybe because it's a smaller amount? I don't know. Maybe it's a different manufacturer because you have to have so many special things. Oh my gosh, quit it. Quit jumping out. Oh my gosh, I am making such a mess. I guess it would make sense that there's so many blacks because of the, black outline. And I will say, when I was uploading them to Pattern Keeper, I did see the images because you have to approve the pattern. You have to, or verify it, I think they call it, just to make sure. And so it shows you the image and then it shows you the pattern. And so after the first one, I was like, oh no. And so I would hit the next button super quick to try to close it out. Do I fully remember what any of them looked like? No, not really. So I don't think it'll spoil it. I don't have a photographic memory or anything like that. So I'll be safe. But if that is something that you're worried about, then maybe have someone else load it onto Pattern Keeper for you. And I don't think there's any way to avoid that, just because, oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Go in there. Oh, this isn't black. This is, oh my gosh. Why am I so discombobulated? I've eaten. I've had snacks. I've had caffeine. Why are you so... Bleh. Oh, it's 939. Okay, that makes sense, because if it was 310, it would have been earlier in the DMC list. Okay, I'm just going to keep spanking it. Patting its butt. Maybe I'll edit until I get these all in. Yeah. Okay, wow, that was really smooth. Yeah, super smooth. Didn't spill much. Not at all. Not at all. All right, we're to the 4-digit numbers. 3340. I would love to know, does your family play games nicely? Or is it a bloodbath? every family member for themselves? I don't remember really playing games with my parents. My mom and I used to play card games. We would play like Crazy Eights and War and Snap and those things. I don't remember, of course, why would I remember my parents letting me win? You know what I mean? I don't feel like the adults in my life let me win. You know, it's like you win, you don't, right? I mean, have there been times when I've been playing a game with my kid where I've been maybe, I don't know, less aggressive, or maybe didn't do the super cutthroat move? Probably. But I also don't have that passionate, I need to win at any cost kind of mentality either. You know, like, I'm not going to cheat to win, but I'm not also going to cheat to lose so my kid wins, because I feel like losing is a part of life. You can't win all the time. Okay. Those are taking up so much space. 3, 7. Wait, what? Poop. This is why I don't like these. Because that had 2. Dang it. That's annoying. Okay. That's why I don't like it when there's multiples. Of course, I should have been paying attention. But that's why I don't like the trains, because they confuse me. I don't think this is actually, I don't think all these would fit in one. So we're just going to go like this. We're just going to put them in the tray like that. And I'll figure it out. There aren't that many colors in this kit. So if it was a kit of, 80 colors, then I might be like, oh no, I better label all my extra containers. But I'm good. Like, look at this. There's barely any in this one. That's 3771. That's what that is. It's another reason why it's good to look at your DMCs on your bags and then look at your stickers and make sure that they correspond. That would have been super. Of course, it helped if you put the stickers on the boxes too. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. Okay, we have 3823. Let's put you on there already. There you go. You go there. You just go on there, and then we've got a few more, not a terribly large amount of drills. Definitely number 21. That's going to take some colors, and of course, do I know? Oh, I do know where another big one is. I'll have to grab it. I will have to grab it, but I do know where it is. Because I just emptied it out of blacks. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So, okay. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. And not cat pause, but pause. Pause, slow your roll. All right, I found a big one from my Made kit. I just finished a whole thing of black that was in there. So There we go. Oh my gosh. They're so hard to get out of the... Oh dear. Okay. Again, making a mess, making a mess. Whew. Let's see. Had a little driving practice today. Skills are improving for the teenager. Love to see improvement. Only had, well, they keep building roundabouts near us, which is fine if you've grown up in roundabouts, but they're very confusing, and a lot of the ones around us, they put giant, like, bushes and trees and stuff, so you really can't see what's coming around the other side of the roundabout. So you're almost kind of going in a little blind. And there's one by the grocery store. And we went to the grocery store, you know, I figure if we're going out, we might as well run some errands while we're out. And the roundabout is, it goes into like 5 different lanes. I feel like it's very confusing. I don't like them. And so trying to guide a new driver through the roundabout, yeah, I'm like, okay, you don't want to go all the way right. You want to go around and you want to keep going straight. What? And I'm like, trying to explain it, you know? So pulls into the roundabout and he's looking, you know, both ways because it's a busy area and there's pedestrians who just walk right in front of your car. They don't make sure you're stopping. And he kind of starts creeping into the roundabout and I was like, stop! Because there were cars coming, you know, and so that kind of spooked him a little. And I'm like, it's so, you just, you know, it's one of those things where you gotta pay attention. And then he wanted to try the new Frosties, the Frosty Fusion, the overpriced Blizzard knockoff Frosties, basically. Yeah. And I was like, well, if we go run, you know, we go practice driving, go to the grocery store, we can go and you can get a Frosty. Okay. Well, the Wendy's is in the stupidest parking area known to mankind. Like, oh, I shouldn't have encouraged that at all. That was on me. And you go through the roundabout and you have to go, but then there's instantly a stop sign. And it's a 3-way stop, but there's four, you know, ways you can go because incoming traffic coming from the main road does not have to stop. Well, a lot of times those people do stop because a lot of times the people at the stop signs don't stop, right? It's very confusing. And when you're already, you know, a little timid and not sure of things and you almost just, you know, ran in front of a car and the roundabout and your mom yelled at you, you're already kind of like, oh God. And so nobody was going and then everybody was trying to go. It's like, oh my gosh. So finally we got through there. And then trying to get to the Wendy's is a whole nother level of, you know, fresh hell basically. Got to the Wendy's, you know, order. And I'm like, okay, we're going to pull out of the Wendy's. I'm going to turn right. And all these little ways up and down by the Fred Meyer, those are all one way only. So it's either a, you know, an up or a down. Well, he kept driving past them. I was like, you need to go down one of them. Well, then we got halfway through the Fred Meyer parking lot. Finally went down one. He was a little flustered. Following a car, by the way. I was like, follow that car, you know, just make it easy, follow the car. Some car starts coming down the up the down, the opposite way. There's all these pedestrians, you know, getting into their cars, putting their groceries in, small children. And this person is just coming the opposite way, like heading straight for us. And so I'm, you know, oh my gosh, this person's nuts. You know, and teenagers, like, I'm in my lane. I'm like, you need to get over as far as possible to the right because this person is going to hit our car if you don't move. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's not you. He's the idiot. So then, you know, just multiple things have happened. You know, he's starting to panic. I'm like, you're okay, you're okay. Then literally like a lady with a small child walks right in front of the car and he slams on the brakes. He's like, what the hell is wrong with people? And I'm like, I wonder that every day. So, got, you know, where we needed to go, etc., etc. Got down the up the down, you know, he was in the right, he was not in the wrong. And I said, okay, you're gonna have to turn left. You know, so he's trying to pull out in front of cars in the parking lot. And I'm like, okay, just, you know, just go for an opening. And then, you know, he starts turning and then I'm like, stop, there's a pedestrian, because literally people just walk in front of the damn car. Like, oh my God. Like, I want to have as much blind faith that people will stop for me in a parking lot that some of these people do. I don't assume people are going to stop for me even if they slow down and they wave me forward. None of these people were looking. They just assume that the cars are going to stop for them. Like, oh my goodness. He's just like, he's over it. He's like, this is so stupid. Why do I have to learn to drive? I'm like, it gets easier. It's frustrating. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Poor kid. And that is like probably the worst parking lot. I was like, just mental note, maybe don't come to Wendy's, you know? Or if you do, try to go all the way around the parking lot and go out a hidden back way. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, we left. Oh my gosh. So, you know, we're leaving Wendy's. Get past all the pedestrians walking in front of the car, all the cars that don't stop at the stop signs, you know, and we have to get back into the stupid roundabout. He's like, oh my God, the roundabout. And I'm laughing, but I wasn't laughing at him. I could sense his frustration and I totally get it. And I said, you're fine. I said, you just take your opportunity and, you know, get in, you know, let's make sure we get in the right lane. And as soon as we got, you know, in the roundabout and onto the main road, he's like, I know where I'm going. And I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good. You know where you're going. And he's like, we're going home. I'm like, yes, we are. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are going home. Oh my gosh. Well, and then, you know, we call it the loop. And so, you know, he's kind of following the path to build up his skills. And there's this one intersection and he has to turn left onto a road. It's not a super busy road, but I mean, you know, people go 50 miles an hour. So I consider that busy. And, you know, he gets to the stop sign. He pulls forward and there are cars, you know, coming. And, you know, if you're trying to turn left on a road and there's cars coming and you don't know if they're going to actually turn or not, so you just kind of wait. Well, apparently the douche canoe behind us didn't want him to hesitate to see if that car was actually going to turn or go straight. The person honked at him. I'm like, seriously, dude, you can wait 5 seconds. Come on. Just, like, this is why. And he's like, why? He's like, I didn't want to pull out in front of that car because I didn't know if that car was going to stop. And then, of course, more cars start coming from the opposite direction and the opposite direction. I was like, just take a deep breath. You know, clearly the person is in a hurry. I swear. And he's like, it seems like everybody's in a hurry. Yeah, it does seem like everybody is in a hurry. I fully agree with that sentiment. You know, but I said, you can't. I'm not going to have you pull out into traffic if you're not comfortable doing it and if it's not safe. I said, that was not safe to pull out. Maybe that person thought that would have been okay, but you were making a responsible choice by waiting. And it's a narrow road that we were turning on. And I said, just beware. That person could try to pass you on the double yellow. So just go the speed limit. And if they try to pass you, you know, slow down and let them go. Because you don't want them behind you. Like, oh my goodness. You know, nobody wants to be honked at. Like, I don't want to be honked at, and I'm an adult. You know, because my first thought process, if I get honked at, is like, person gonna get out of their car and like come up to my car or something? Like, I have no idea. People are freaking unhinged. They are unhinged. You don't know what somebody is going to do anymore, which is just sad. But I just assume everybody's unstable. That's how I think about it anyways, which maybe isn't the best way to go about thinking, but I don't know. I'm like, it keeps me safe. So those are our drills. As you can see, a little chaotic in there, but it's fine. Totally fine. I'm not really sure that I will work on this on camera, or if I do, maybe I'll have to like, I don't know, make it black and white or something. I don't know. Have you guys seen somebody work on one of these charge art kits, like on camera, or how does that go about? Like, I would hate to ruin the surprise for anyone if they were like, oh no, I haven't done that kit yet. So yeah, I'm kind of torn about it, but I am thinking I will save it for the fall. But I mean, fall is practically here almost, so it's coming for us. I know a lot of people are already, you know, decorating for Halloween and fall and all that jazz, even though it is still August. So, you know, you do you, boo-boo, right? Ghost doing things, boo, ha-ha. Well, that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things, and I will see you again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys. Okay, I have a cat toy. Covering up the sun glare, and now the cat's trying to get into it. Maybe not the smartest thing. Oh God, now he's gonna knock it off. If we hear a noise, it's the cat. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. Okay, great. Please be good, Duncan. He's gonna move it. He's gonna ruin everything. Oh my God. Don't be showing all my private information. Pattern keeper. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Oh, we got munchy pudding, trashy catty. Munchy pudding, munchy pudding, munchy pudding, trashy catty. Whoa, don't cut the symbols. Maybe don't be getting so bold and brave. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, you heard me. We're halfway there. You know we're living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Do I trust my... Oh, God, the static art went in my mouth. That is not good. Do I trust myself enough to not spill these if I cut them all open? That's a stupid question. No. No, you don't trust yourself. And we can... Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, that's not going to work. Kristyn, cut that out, please. Cut out the spanking of the tray. Thank you. Ooh, those are some curvy butts. I see some curvy butts in there. Oh, Munchie, you did so good. Yes, you did. Boop. You too, Share Bear. Boop. Woo. I had to put that static art away because that is... Woo, it's getting to my head. Kind of like it.